Say you received a crochet hook and some yarn as a gift, and you want to make something to show the giver so that they will know you appreciate their gift. First thing we have to do is make a slip knot. The way I do that is I wrap this around my fingers, drop this shorter piece behind it, then I stick my hook behind and pull it through like that. Now this is probably an adequate length of strand to leave at the beginning. Then we're going to make our chain stitches. The way you do that is I hold my knot so that my chain loop doesn't go anywhere, and you have to yarn over. The way I do that is like this. Do it again. You're going to leave this loop here is going to remain on your hook, and you wrap your yarn from back to front and then pull it through. Do it again. Wrap your yarn from back to front, or put your hook under it, grab it and pull it through. You want to, with experience, this will get second nature, and these loops will become uniform. But you might find that at first you're either going really, really tight or really, really loose. You want to try to get those as close to the same size as possible. And I find that holding the loop in front of it, the one that I just completed, helps me to achieve that. See how I move my hand up as I make each loop. Now some people, they find their foundation chain to be too tight, so they like to use a hook size one up. Say this is an H, some would use an I here, and then when they're finished with the foundation chain, go on and use the H if that's what's required. I'm going to make a few more chains here just to give us something to work with. And it's also important that your yarn coming from your skein is kind of loose. I have mine wound into a ball so that it'll come off fairly well. Now, the next thing that we have to do is to decide what stitch we're going to use. If we're going to use a single crochet, then we're going to go into the second chain from our hook. I'm going to skip this chain here and go into the second one. Now there are different ways that we can go into that chain. Remember, we're going to skip this one. This one on the hook, we are ignoring that for the time being. I'm going to skip this, but I'm going to go into this second one right here. Now you can go in under this top loop, and we're going to make our, just like we did for the chain, yarn over and pull it through, and that will give you 2 loops on hook. Yarn over and pull through both loops. That gives you your first single crochet. Now another way that you can go through to make your chain stitches is you can go through under 2 loops and leave just 1 at the bottom. See the difference in that look? And another way, which I'm going to undo these before I do that. The way that my preference is to go into the back loop. The way you do that is, here's your, see, I tightened this up because I wasn't paying attention. This is our first stitch, first chain. We're going to skip that one, go into the second chain. Kind of turn my work over just a little bit so I can see that back loop. It's kind of a bump. See the bump going along? That's actually this middle loop here. So you have a top loop, a middle loop, and a bottom loop if you examine your stitch real closely. Now you can see that loop by turning it and going into it from the back and completing your stitch as you did before. The reason why I like that method is because it doesn't give you any little pokey out here. If you notice when we did the other stitch in the method, let's say we go through the 2 here, you have this little thing that kind of sticks out here, and I don't like that, so I'll go into the back loop generally. Now, what if you're not going to make a single crochet? Then we're going to have to go into a different chain loop. If we're going to make a double crochet, we're going to go into the 3rd or 4th chain from the hook. Reason why I say 3rd or 4th is because it depends on your tension. When you are beginning, I would suggest you go into the 4th chain from hook until you figure out what your tension and what your needs are. So we're going to go into 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to go into the back loop here. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2 of the loops, yarn over and pull through the other 2 loops, and that gives us 2 double crochets. This first chain, since we went into the 4th chain, you got 3 here, that counts as the first double crochet. Then we would yarn over again, go into our loop, and now we have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. We'll do that again. You see, you bring your yarn over your hook, insert your hook wherever you decided you want to do it, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. Counting your stitches is going to become important later on. So this one counts as 1, and you count each post or each top of stitch. This is going to be your turning chain for your next row. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stitches. And if you were going to go on your basic stitches, just single crochet and your double crochet, if you wanted to do the triple crochet, you would yarn over twice. You just wrap your yarn twice, and you insert your hook in the same place on your foundation chain, yarn over and pull through. Now you have 4 loops on your hook. You yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and that's a triple. Another stitch you might want to know how to do is a half double crochet. You yarn over just as though you were going to make a double crochet. You notice in the single crochet we did not yarn over first, but in the half double and the double and the triple and all other stitches after that, you're going to yarn over first. Insert our hook in the loop, yarn over and pull through. We got 3 loops on our hook. Now we're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through all 3 loops. That's a half double crochet. And there are variations of all of these stitches: the single, the half double, the double, the triple. You have your long stitches and your post stitches and all different kind of stitches. But for right now, the basics that you need to know are your foundation chain, your slip stitch, which we'll show you in a minute, your single crochet, your half double, and your double, and your triple. Those are your basics. With those you can do just about anything.